Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today it is Tuesday, April 29th, 2025. There are a million things to do and to start with and to say today. Let's start with saying good morning to each other. Michael and Janice, Penny, Adele. Penny, thank you. It's broadcast 1292. Grace and Michelle. Grace sending love to Paris. Good to see you. Richard and Anya, Barry and Peter, Rosa, welcome friends. It's good to see all of you. Today is Yom HaZikaron, and I'll be saying that later, but today as the Remembrance Day for all who have fallen in defense of the State of Israel and as victims of terror. Today is a different tone for our broadcast. So let's say good morning to each other as we have now for more than 5 years of weekday mornings. And let's also start the day with an attunement and awareness of what today is. Tara and Amy, Jonathan, Cecile, Shari, good morning. Shari, you're up with a walker. I'm so glad. Barbara and Linda, Haley and Sunday, Debbie, good morning. Sandy, so good to see you. Debbie and Carl, Lisa and Natalie, Deborah and Helen, good morning, friends. Joyce, good morning. Jack and Corinne, Dave and Linda, Debbie and Siona, good morning. Hi, Arlene. Okay, let's take a breath. We're going to sing a bracha and we'll learn some Torah. Here we go. So good morning, everyone. It's good to see all of you. I hope that you and yours are safe and well. I want to begin with a reflection on technology, as odd as that might sound. It is such a strange thing in our world to think about the where and the when. We have sisters and brothers with us right now in Paris, in Frankfurt, in Malta, all around the United States. I'm imagining many other places, and you're welcome to share in our chat where you are, because the truth is, these portals of connection that we call devices, the zeros and ones of codes that enable it, the invisible cords and waves that communicate between one device and another, all of that is fascinating because it makes everywhere one place. We are all here. So when anyone says Hineni, be it in Westchester, New York, or in Malta, Canada, where Linda is, we have a place that we call here. Every morning we find each other. And that means that geography is radically different than our ancestors understood it to be, because we can instantly be somewhere else. During the pandemic, that became very clear. I'm just going to list that Siona's in Maryland. Sharon's in Portsmouth, Barbara's in West Palm Beach, and Angela's in Michigan. Siona, yeah, it is the miracle of technology. And so there is no where, even though you and I are where physically we are, and metaphysically we're in the same space. So, what does this mean with regards to the telling of time? Well, around the world, because of time zones and the way the Earth spins on its axis and how it faces the sun, different parts of the world are in a different time of day, which means that in Israel it is just about Yom HaZikaron. It is Remembrance Day in Israel for all those who have fallen in defense of the state and all of those who were victims of terror. The number of people that we remember today as a global Jewish community is 30,646. And so it's interesting to be in Yom HaZikaron because we are in all places, including our homeland, where it is getting dark in Israel right now. And it is just about Yom HaZikaron, whereas here, I'm in New York at the moment, it's not that day yet. But I'm part of a people, I'm part of a family, and it is already the beginning of that day. And so as I thought to myself, what should I be discussing right now? How can I not be attuned to the heart of my people that is in its ritual day of grief? There, but there and here combine because technology makes it so. I would have always known it, but my friends and family in Israel are already sharing their own reflections on Yom HaZikaron, a modern high holiday. And what a strange thing it is then. So I wanted to begin with a reflection on how strange it is because in the Tfutzot, in the diaspora, especially on the east coast of the United States, it's not yet Erev Yom HaZikaron. But Yom HaZikaron is a global Jewish holiday. And so I don't want to be distant from my family as we grieve. So today and tomorrow, I'll share reflections in the spirit of Yom HaZikaron. Today, it is early to do so, and tomorrow, when we join to learn together, I'll talk about Yom HaZikaron as our sisters and brothers in Israel are on the edge of the transition into Yom HaAtzmaut, Israel's independence. It is a beautiful conundrum to be in, because, as Lydia says, we are spiritually together. If in Israel it is just about Yom HaZikaron, then in my heart it is almost Yom HaZikaron. Because as Rav Nachman of Braslav, a great Hasidic master, said, B'chol makom shani olech, ani olech le'eretz Yisrael. Everywhere I go to Israel. And that was before there was a state. He said so in the most spiritual of ways. Well, because of technology, it becomes more immediately real. And I want to bring us into that mindset as we think about this 571st day since October 7th, 2023, when the number of human beings, part of Am Yisrael, we lost, jumped. Tragically, horrifically, violently jumped. And the number of chayalim and chayalot, soldiers who defend our people, not only our homeland, but especially our homeland. Also the casualties in the fight for Jewish self-determination also jumped. And so the number today that we remember on Yom HaZikaron is 30,646. May that number not grow. But God forbid it does, we will remember. We are a people who has fought hard for self-determination. And this Memorial Day, this way of remembering, this is a pivotal, sacred moment. Though these holidays, Yom HaShoah last week, Yom HaZikaron today, and Yom HaAtzmaut, as today will end in Israel, those are the modern Yamim Noraim, days of awe, days that make us tremble. Yes, we as a global people have ancient holidays, Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Those are the Yamim Noraim, traditionally speaking. Those are the days of awe. And the days between are Aseret Yemei Teshuvah, the 10 days of repentance. But these These, friends, are the days of Shivat Yemei Tekuma. These are the 7 days of rebuilding, of becoming again. I'm not quite sure how to connect that to this week's Parsha, the double Parsha of Tazria Metzora, but let me try for just a moment. In Tazria Metzora, the 2 Torah portions in the book of Leviticus that we read this coming Shabbat, we hear about a skin ailment called tzara'at. Tzara'at is mistranslated often as leprosy. It's not that. It is a skin disease that we believe is directly related to human conduct, to the way that we speak. And the implication, if you are determined to have tzara'at, diagnosed by a priest, then you must go outside the camp for fear that what ails you will be contagious and will infect everyone else. And that tells us something incredibly important. That who we are and how we are affects our whole community. And because of the power of technology that we began today reflecting on, that makes it very immediate, because no matter the distance, we are implicated, we are affected. I've said to many groups, interfaith and Jewish and completely non-Jewish, that people think that there is a difference between anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism. Not everyone, but there are people who will adjudicate between those two things, saying you can be anti-Zionist without being anti-Semitic. And when I'm speaking to either crowd, or even to myself, I make this point. It is true that theoretically you can have a political opinion that isn't about a spiritual people, but that reduces Jews to only being Jewish in religion, not being Jewish as Am Yisrael. We are Am Yisrael. And if you forget that that's the case, after October 7th, can you name one Jewish house of worship or Jewish communal gathering that didn't have increased security? Can you name Jewish houses of worship that have been targeted with violence and with terrible anti-Semitic graffiti since October 7th? That reminds us, that tells us that this number, 30,646 people who have died in defense of Am Yisrael, died for our safety. That we are called religiously and as human beings to be grateful and griefful. Because the difference between anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism, that is an academic difference with no difference. It is distinction with no difference. Being part of Am Yisrael implicates us in the grief and in the joy. To be a self-determining people again, to learn what it is to be proud again. If you study American history, people only started wearing kippot in public, really and in numbers, after 1967's Six-Day War, which means the regaining of Jewish pride in the world. Today is a day of sadness. Yom HaZikaron is a terribly sad day. We change our prayers, we certainly change our hearts. We say the number 30,646, and it burns the lips to say. Their memories should forever be a blessing. And they should remind us, with each one of their sacrifices, of what it is to fight for freedom. It is a fight that we have been reminded in recent months, 571 days of them. It's a fight that isn't done. And so I want to bless us on this solemn day, as we're about to sing Hatikva, that the prayer to bring them home is so that we don't have a larger number to remember next year. May we be blessed with less sacrifice, less loss. May the memories of those we've lost be forever a blessing. May we speak their names with reverence, and may we thank those Tzahal and security forces who fight for safety. May we thank them every chance we get. Send your heart's friends to the east and sing with me. Kol hod balevav pnima nefesh Yehudi homia ulefate mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia Od lo avda tikvateinu Hatikva bat shnot alpayim Liot am chofshi be'atzenu Eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim Liot am chofshi be'atzenu Eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. See you tomorrow, my friend.